GameStop's parent company did add PSA's parent company CEO to its board, showing deeper ties. Interesting.
Has there ever been a time where a creator has like genuinely gotten mad at you? If you had to box any creator for charity, who would it be?
Ooh.
What I have here is for the next 20 minutes, tell me what happened to JFK. Day 11 of VERTMAS. Y'all like this shirt? I freaking love this shirt. It's the Joker. And then on the back, check it out. Why so serious? Why so serious? The Dark Knight is in my top 2 movies of all time. It's between that and episode 3 of Star Wars. Greatest acting performance of all time. Day 11, we have another banger, and we're about to do our daily pack opening to try and get a hit, fill this binder up, this beautiful Card Prison binder, which you can shop at cardprison.com. If somehow you don't know, these are by Rock Sandy, who is doing the podcast with me in this video today. All his links will be in the description. Go follow him on Instagram, check out Card Prison Binders, join his Discord, all that good stuff. And huge shout out to Rock for doing another podcast episode. All right, let's get into it. We got a pack of Temporal Forces going down today. I really like this set. I would love to see a nice SIR come out of this set. Sizzlipede, Meryl, Iron Hands, Talk to Me, Morty's Conviction, Shiftry, Turtwig, Scyther. All right, freak it. One extra pack today. One of my favorite sets from Scarlet Violet era, Surging Sparks. That's what we're gonna open. Y'all, check out my site as well, shinyvert.com. If you wanna get the orders in time for Christmas, go shop it right now. Mini God boxes have been restocked, so shop those. Sealed products on there, graded cards, all the above. Check it out. Appletoon, Lisia's Appeal. Come on, give me some bang, baby. Spiel. It's a hit. We take all the hits that we can get. We do have a Spiel. That's perfect for VERTMAS right there. We got this going in the binder. And now that y'all have seen the video yesterday, I can show you an updated look at the binder. We are starting to get some hits in here, especially because of yesterday's video. If you didn't see that, go check it out. But yeah, we got some nice cards in here, plus the crimps and stuff. So it's looking good, people. We're not even halfway through the series yet, so I'm happy with this. And then lastly, y'all, every single year on Christmas Day, the final episode of the VERTMAS series of daily uploads. Past years, I have always opened up stuff that y'all have sent me. Sometimes y'all send me way too much. Don't do that this year. All I'm asking for, maybe send me like a cheap ornament or some kind of drawing, painting. Really anything at all that you can think of that's like sentimental or whatever. I just don't want y'all to spend money. But it would mean the world if y'all send something for VERTMAS. Literally anything. Addresses on screen. And then right before we get into this pod, let me tell you all about Collectr. If y'all don't have the Collectr app, you need to download it. It makes it super easy to go on your phone. You can see your collection at all times. Say you're out at a convention or something and you want to check if you have a certain card, or you can easily look it up. And if you're making deals and stuff, you can check the different prices of that card because stuff can move really fast. Great for vendors, great for collectors, literally great for everybody if you're into Pokemon collecting. They've also got $25 off PSA on the home screen. They've got digital packs you can get. They've got giveaways, and Collectr is doing the biggest giveaway they've ever done this month if you download and become a pro. I'm sure y'all have heard me talk about it, but during this month, they are giving away this $80,000+ box. So download the app, become a pro. I love Collectr. What is up? We got another podcast interview type episode of VERTMAS with the legend Rock Sandy, who I've probably done the most with these with, to be honest. Rock, thank you so much for coming on again. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing fantastic. Just sipping on some Slurpee juice from Fortnite.
Nice.
Some chug splashes, you know what the dealio is. Thanks for bringing me on, bro. Always a blast to be with you.
Absolutely. That's lean, by the way. He put food dye in it before we started.
True. I also put like some 5 grams of like testosterone too, you know. I have low T.
Nice, dude. All right. Well, before we start, I want you to tell them about your brand. I just saw today you got a Christmas sale going on. Card Prison Binders, beautiful binders, top loaders, and singles. People, where can they get a Card Prison binder?
Well, if you want to get the best binder in the world, fits both top-loaded and regular sleeve cards, as Shiny Vert has already stated before, you can go to cardprison.com, 50% off everything. I really appreciate it. You don't have to allow me to promote anything, but I really appreciate it.
Anytime I do this with somebody I know this isn't going to get a ton of views, but y'all go get one of them binders. Oh, dude, did you see that for the VERTMAS giveaway thing I'm doing this year?
Yeah.
I'm using your binder for it.
Dude, it's so dope. I'm so honored, bro. I was like, hey, I know that binder right there.
Yeah, I freaking love that thing. I think you sent me one of both or something, or I don't know how many you've sent me, but I had that one brand new still, and I was like, well, I'll just do this with it.
I'm pretty sure that's the first version, actually. Does it have metal? It does have a metal zipper?
I don't know. I can send you a picture tonight.
Okay, because depending on whether it has a metal zipper or not, it's either the first version or the second version. But
I want to say it's not.
Okay,
but I don't know. I don't know for sure.
You're the GOAT, though. I appreciate it.
Now you're the GOAT. Rock is basically supplying that. He gave me that. All right, bro. Let's get straight into it. Let's just dive right in.
Let's get into the meat and spaghettis. Is that a saying? I don't know if that's a saying or not.
I was gonna say something stupid. The PSA stuff. Did you see what's going on with that? Today, the whole, allegedly FTC is getting involved now, and a whole bunch of stuff is going on with them regrading the 9s allegedly. Mm-hmm. What do you?
I heard about the 9s. I haven't heard really. I saw you posted a video very recently about it, but I haven't really dug too deep in the specifics of it. But correct me if I'm wrong. The 9 situation, somebody basically graded a bunch of, I think, tag team cards. Was it?
Yeah.
Pikachu and Zekrom. Fire card, by the way. I love the tag team regular GXs. They're so good. So he graded a bunch of them, and they pretty much all came back a 9, I believe, right? And somewhere along the lines, he resent it back to PSA, or did PSA buy it back from him? Something along those lines, right?
I think he did that buyback option where you can I just saw this today, bro. When your submission, when the grades get revealed, all you have to do is click a button now on your submission that says sell to PSA. So they don't have to ship it or anything. I think they just keep it.
It's kind of similar to GameStop right now, right? Because exactly. With those mystery packs. So you just rip a mystery pack, and if you want to sell it directly to GameStop, you don't just click a button. I think BoxGG was one of the first websites to do that, actually, in terms of the Pokemon sphere. I'm not really a big fan of the online gambling websites, but they were the first ones that I know of who came up with that kind of system. And so after he basically sold it back to PSA, he researched, or he revisited all the cert numbers later on, about a few months down the road, and he realized the once 9s became 10s. So it looks like PSA
that's crazy.
Essentially.
Yeah, that's insane.
So is that pretty much what ended up happening?
Yeah, so I don't know. I tried to figure out if they did it with everyone, because he had submitted what I want to say 20 to 30 of them Pikachu Zekroms. Mm-hmm. I do know factually he said that every single one came back a 9. I don't know if there was multiple certs that they switched into a 10 or if it was just one cert. But either way, he did find at least one cert that was switched from a 9 to a 10 after the sellback.
So my gut instinct tells me that this could be just a momentary slip up, just a one-off thing. That's kind of what it reeks, because from an objective standpoint, PSA is already making just such a shitload of money anyway. So realistically, why would they really want to regrade, let's say, 1 or 2 slabs that they got? By the way, these are Pikachu and Zekrom cards, so they're not the most valuable cards. Maybe if it was an Umbreon, I could understand why they have some sort of incentive to regrade it into a 10. But if it's just a regular Pikachu and Zekrom, I don't see how much they could benefit from doing that. I think the risks in doing that shady stuff, is a bit more than the positive and the benefits from getting out of that. I'm not too sure. What is your opinion on it?
At first, I was leaning the other way, to be honest. I do think there could be some slimy stuff, but now that you're putting it like that, yeah, it does seem like, why would PSA risk their entire reputation for one submission? And like, somebody could argue, oh, they're doing it with every submission. I haven't been caught yet. Still just seems super, super risky to get caught up with one, $50 difference of a card. I don't know.
Yeah, and not to mention, I mean, you have to, if the argument is that they're doing it in every single submission, that would imply that the graders are in on it too. And that would also imply that they would have to practically silence every single grader. And that's a big liability.
Yeah.
So that seems to be just a little bit of a far-fetched. Okay, my brother just called me. He's a PSA grader, so he knows, bro. He's in on it. Sounds kidding. So that would practically imply that PSA would somehow have to make sure that all the graders can't speak about this. So I don't really see how much they could benefit from doing that. Seems to be a lot of risks. I think, again, they just make so much money simply by freaking doing the submissions and grading them. I mean, like, if you hold up, you might have to cut this. It goes hard though, I will say. Doing a little bit of a podcast right now, so.
What the hell do you mean a little bit of a podcast?
A little bit of a podcast.
You better tell them you're on with freaking the Full Send Pod right now.
John, you won't believe it, but I'm talking with Donald Trump. We're doing an IRL podcast right now, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
PSA grading. Fantastic.
Quite frankly. All right, let me, where was I?
Dude, I don't think we've ever made it through a single video without a Trump impression.
It's so true, bro. It's like a nervous tick. It's like we have Tourette's syndrome or something. Okay, let me figure out where I was. Okay, so they seem to be already benefiting so much by just doing their regular services. Not to mention, people, shit talk PSA for upcharging whenever whenever the customers undervalue a card. By the way, I hate that system. Freaking horrible. So obviously, PSA is just making a lot of money anyway. Yeah. And this is like a literal drop in the bucket. Yeah. Now, granted, I could be wrong. Maybe this is in fact true, but the grader was the one who wanted to do that. Maybe it's not in fact a store or business policy that they have, but more or less it was one of the graders who thought, you know what, I'm going to do this for whatever reason. That could definitely be a possibility. But in my opinion, I think this is what ended up probably happening. The first time the grader went through all the Pikachu and Zekrom cards, he was pretty harsh probably. It was probably a harsh grader, did all 9s throughout the whole entire board. Once PSA bought back the Pikachu and Zekrom cards, they probably sent it to another grader to look at, to verify, and to regrade. And the new graders thought, okay, actually, no, these are not 9s. These are probably a lot better than 9s. These are probably 10s, actually, a few of these. So that's what I think is the most probable. It sounds the most logical. I don't think this is just some grand conspiracy. Is it a mistake? Absolutely. And unfortunately, this just goes to show that regular human graders are not infallible. They make mistakes. There's, people who are, overly strict, people who are not that strict at all. That's why you should grade with tag. Yeah. That's kidding.
God, every tag commenter is going crazy in the comments right now. What do you think about? Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, I swear, like every time I make like a PSA video or any sort of grading video, I get at least 5 tag glazer comments. And that's
Yeah,
like
bro.
that's like
These
5 too
people-
many, bro.
They will die on the hill for tag. I see the most defending PSA and tag. Those are the two.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think? I mean, maybe you already answered this because I guess this would tie into what you're saying about all the employees would have to know. But I basically had a submission come back today. A lot of pack fresh pulls. You know, I've graded thousands and thousands of cards now, and typically I'm pretty good at hitting a certain percent of 10s. I got destroyed. Like 8s, 9s. I mean, something I really never get is 8s when I do my submissions. Yeah, here and there.
Yeah.
But like I look at the cards like crazy first. And today I got wrecked. And so now the question that arises for me is like, well, now that PSA has this whole thing with GameStop and the power packs and even the buyback system with games, I don't know if PSA is supplying the power packs at all. I would think so because I don't know.
That's not a bad hypothesis, because now that you mention PSA has a buyback option, that's one of the reasons for why they're doing that in the first place. Maybe they're buying back some of the, slabs and they're selling it to GameStop, and GameStop is buying from PSA. That could very well be a reason or some sort of, explanation for it. That's not actually bad.
Yeah, because then it's like, now are they enticed or encouraged to give you more 8s and 9s so you hit that quick sell? Because most people are going to keep their 10s. I think most people probably collect 10s as collectors. But like even today when I saw that, it's like, no, 8 and 9, like should I just cut my losses real quick and just, they make it so quick and easy to do, bro. I was thinking about it. And then if they are supplying those to GameStop, well, they paid me $28 for a slab. It's worth 38, toss it in a $50 power pack. And so that's my fear right now.
I mean, I'm not ruling out the possibility. There's always a chance for everything. I think the one thing I'll keep in mind, or one thing I suggest other people to keep in mind, is that you need to have a large amount of instances to come to a conclusion. You can't just like cherry pick instances. For example, you have a lot of submissions where you got really good grades, right? And then some instances where you got really bad grades. So if it happened every single time from now on to where you are for a fact sure that, dude, this card is definitely a 10. There's no way that this card is not a 10. And it kept on getting 9s or 8s, then maybe some sort of foul play is, occurring. However, if it's some sort of one-off thing, I suggest that other people should be a little bit more open-minded into maybe thinking, hey, maybe shit happens, bro. That's my thoughts on it so far. Regardless, whatever the case is, I think at the very least, the first grader who did the Zekrom and Pikachus obviously was way too strict. And maybe they should create some sort of system to make the grades a little bit more consistent.
They have to
throughout the whole entire board. Because like, man, although tag has a lot of problems, they are pretty consistent when it comes to the grades of the cards. They have a pretty good system. Maybe a few, errors here and there where a card got like a 1 or a 2, even though it was perfect or something, some sort of malfunction in the AI. But at least it was kind of consistent 99% of the time. So if only PSA could do something like that, if only, PSA could mix a little bit of the AI aspect with human, human oversight as well, I think that would work really well.
Yeah. And okay, last thing about this whole PSA theories and stuff, I've been diving into it. I'm a PSA collector, by the way. It's like, I'm not trying to be a hater, but I like to ask these questions and just think about it. Nat Turner is the CEO of PSA and is now also on the board of directors at GameStop. And I guess this kind of ties into my last question of, could they be giving these lower grades to more incentive for people to do the buyback option from PSA? Because I know they released a statement, I think this was I'm gonna say 1 to 3 months ago that they are getting stricter with their grading as of recently. You think that was in plan to like start working with GameStop more? The
Hold that thought.
conspiracies.
There you go. I dropped my dog off.
Oh, you're good, bro. What kind of dog?
It's a toy poodle.
Nice. Oh,
He's such a
like the little poodle?
Yeah, the toy poodle. He's like 6 pounds, 6 7. Okay.
My girlfriend has 2 of them.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. 6 7.
2 of the dogs, not 2. Never mind.
2 poodles.
Do you find the Nat Turner thing suspicious at all, though, or not really?
So I know you mentioned this before, that Nat Turner is on the board of directors for he's the owner of PSA and also on the board of directors for GameStop, correct?
Yeah. I don't know if it's boy or girl, by the way.
Sounds like a guy. I'm gonna profile him, okay? Plus, we all know all CEOs are men talking. I'm sorry.
Well, we made it 18 minutes in, folks.
I had to do it. I'm sorry. Oh shit. I'm gonna.
We all know that
here.
no CEOs have blue hair.
Oh man. I would say it's certainly suspicious. There's definitely a conflict of interest. Doesn't PSA have some ownership in GameStop, actually? Now that I'm thinking about it, wasn't there like actually some news in the past where where PSA actually bought ownership of GameStop?
I don't know about that. That would be wild.
Maybe I'm just pulling this stuff out of my ass, but hold up, let me actually search it up.
Yeah, that would be really sussy baka.
Did you just say sussy baka?
Rough at the 2018 meme right there.
Jesus.
That would be so 6'7".
Okay, it looks like it was a rumor that PSA was going to. Actually, there was a rumor of GameStop acquiring PSA. Wow, so the reverse. Okay, interesting. I mean, I guess GameStop is a larger company than PSA now that I'm thinking about it. But they were denied by both companies, though GameStop's parent company did add PSA's parent company CEO to its board, showing deeper ties. Interesting.
Yo, GameStop got it like that? Is that the Roaring Kitty situation?
It has to be.
They were about to file bankruptcy like not that many years ago.
2021. Yeah, it was 2021, I believe.
What in the world? Can you take out like a loan to do that or something? That seems...
I have no idea, honestly. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's see. GameStop net worth.
Is GameStop the game scalping? They got it like that now?
I guess so, bro. That's what happens when you charge over MSRP, or you're able to buy PSA or some shit. Christ, okay, so GameStop is worth $10.5 billion. That's kind of
insane.
Come on now, you're worth like. Come on now, you're worth at least like $6-7 billion. Okay, I don't know what the frick that rumor was, because PSA is worth $47 billion.
Holy.
Okay, right. So they're like 4 times more of a bigger company and worth more than GameStop. So I don't know where that rumor was coming from.
Dude, is PSA even publicly, like, can you get stocks of them or no?
Let me see.
Because wouldn't that give GameStop so much more? Like, I'm pretty surprised that PSA is blowing them out of the water like that.
Yeah, me too. Wait,
we're all learning
PSA
right now.
Oh, wait. Okay, this is PSA storage. Never mind. PSA grading. Wrong company, chat. Okay. Now, yep. See, we are doing research as we go. All right. Okay, now this makes sense. PSA grading is worth $4.3 billion. So
still a lot.
half of GameStop.
That's still
Maybe
crazy.
Maybe you could cut the video to where you just say that.
Dude, I'm leaving all of that in.
Oh, fuck. No.
People are gonna be watching like, damn, PSA is that.
Bro, I just freaking rage baited a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It
So
is
yeah,
wild,
I
though.
mean, back to your original question, I do think there is some sort of conflict of interest, I'd say.
Yeah,
Now that I
think
do
so,
know
for
that Nate Turner actually. So I don't know, man. Maybe they're doing this specifically for some sort of ulterior motive, but how profitable can it realistically be? And what are the risks that come along with it? That's the real question. Because I'm seeing a lot of risks. Because what if there's just some grader who decides to blow the lid on the whole situation and boom, now you open yourself up to probably potentially tens of thousands of lawsuits, right?
Yeah.
Because you offered a service, there's certain requirements for the service, but you are not fulfilling that service. So that's easily could open up to many lawsuits. So if I was like the CEO of a company, bro, or PSA, for example, dude, that's way too risky. Now, do I think this is happening on a micro level? Maybe a few graders here and there. That seems to be very possible. So it's plausible.
Yeah, it is wild. There's like, I get the whole benefits of PSA, like working with everybody now, like eBay, GameStop, and stuff, exposure. But it does seem like they're putting them. I mean, look in the past freaking 2 months, how much crap they've been in since they started doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Like,
I mean, it's true.
Negative talk going on.
And in the recent situation, so are they doing some sort of legal battle right now?
Right now, all of that is completely alleged that it could go to the FTC. But I was looking it up on ChatGPT in the video earlier, and it says like most likely, if it's one case, the FTC would never find them guilty. But in the long run, if they can prove it, then the FTC would fine them like tons and tons and tons of money. Obviously, it would be posted everywhere, loss of trust. But basically, it'd probably just be the whole money thing. Because, I mean, imagine how many submissions they could go after if that happened.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if somehow there's some sort of whistleblower, perhaps, that has insider information, yeah, that would be horrible. And if that's actually like some sort of policy, or it happened, not even a policy, maybe if it happened a lot of times, shit, that could honestly completely break PSA as a company.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right, that's it. My next video, I'm going under disguise. I'll be working at PSA.
Dude, I wonder if that's actually possible. Dude, that's actually not a bad idea.
Dude, working at PSA, I feel like is like going to that Scientology place. Like you probably have to go through mad crazy stuff.
Do you think they put you in like a white room and then like 5 big humongous men surround you and then you all just like point a flashlight and then they try to erase your memories or some shit?
I could see it. I could see it.
Sounds pretty hot.
Did you see Coops? What happened with Coops?
Yes. So apparently he got scammed. And it wasn't a Pokemon scam. It was a One Piece scam, actually.
It was like a God pack or something, right?
Yeah. Apparently, Coops Collectibles, he purchased a few packs from a rip and shipper. I don't know if he knew this rip and shipper prior or something, but he bought the packs. And as the guy was opening, he saw that there was in fact a God pack, and he just whoop put it out of camera, and the rest is history, and act like it didn't happen. So that's actually diabolical. And the fact that happened to Coop, man, that sucks, bro. Because Coop is such a freaking kind and genuine dude.
Yeah,
He is
he's
like the
goated.
most kindest guy in this hobby, bro. It's so
Did the guy not know who it was when he did the scam?
I don't know. I'm guessing not, because even
That's
if
what
I
I
was a
was thinking.
scammer, I would be like, okay,
Gonna have to take
mm,
that loss on the chin.
yeah, I'm gonna have to take. I'm gonna scam some like nobody, but not Coop, bro. That's I'm a villain, not a monster type shit. Because there's no way he knew. There's no way.
And then they're so goofy too. I saw the video right before he ended the Whatnot live stream. Like, I don't know if you heard this. I think I was wearing headphones, but like the last second, I think it was the other guy in the background of that video, but you hear him go, "God back," and then it just shuts off. So it's like
Wow.
you can't even come back after that and be like, "We didn't know, we lost connection." No, you're wrapped. That's it.
My internet is so ass, chat. I'm so sorry. My mom's kind of homeless, guys.
I watched like 2 minutes of your video today. You did a video on the Kabuto. What do you think about everything going on with the old king over there?
Yeah, honestly, so I have been a big advocate of being against market manipulation. And
Yeah.
fundamentally, obviously, I am still against market manipulation. But before I get into, why I have a different opinion right now, I'll say that the kind of the whole gist of the story is that this one guy, his name is Kabuto King on Twitter. He essentially was posting about getting a bunch of Kabuto cards. The Kabuto in question is the Kabuto, I think, uncommon from Fossil First Edition. And he was just posting about like his insane collection of it. He has, I think, like over like 2,000 Kabuto cards
It's crazy.
at the moment. So, and apparently that just went viral, bro. Everyone was talking about it. You have like autism, dude. It's called Autism Community or something on Twitter, and it says this guy named Kabuto King, he bought 2,000 Kabutos. What an autist or something. I don't know. I can't remember the tweet or something. I was like, that's funny, bro. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
And that got like 10 million views on Twitter.
Holy Christ.
Yeah. And like only 15,000 likes, but still 10 million views is insane. So it kind of went mainstream after that. Yeah. And even people like Logan Paul ended up trying to purchase one of the Kabuto cards Kabuto King was selling on eBay. The auction was for charity. Kabuto stated that. Yeah, it was really cool. And the charity auction ended up ending at, I think it was $51,100. So insane big W. And Logan Paul missed out on that. Sucks to suck, Logan. Womp womp.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. Wait, he lost by like $100 too, right?
Yeah, he lost by $100. That was so comical. And hey, props to him for driving up the price for charity. That was good at least.
Yeah.
So that's nice. It just goes to show you that Logan Paul will literally just like buy into anything as long as it's hype. Like as long as it's hype, bro's like, oh guys, I need that. Yo, let's go. It's just
Paul and Louis, just a scalpel.
So true. But after that, I think right now it's not been confirmed whether the 51,000 was actually transferred to the charity, mainly because on eBay it takes like a few days after for the funds to actually get into your bank account, especially for like $50,000. It's going to take a little bit longer than usual. So there are some updates. He's updating a lot of people on his Twitter. So we're just going to wait until.
Yeah, he's keeping it.
That would be crazy, bro. I'd be really sad.
Twist ever.
Dude,
no, it seems like he. That was the main thing too. I was just like, because I did a video on it as well, and I haven't finished yours yet. But what I was saying is like, yeah, I think it's market manipulation, but who knows what? Like, he might just really like that damn card.
Yeah,
like who knows?
That's what I'm kind of leaning towards. Plus, the reason why I had a lot of problems with prior instances of market manipulation, and I elaborated this in my video, but mainly it targeted like illustration rares, SIRs,
Yeah.
and cards
Oh,
that
that's a good
people
point.
actually wanted. Like they
Yeah.
wanted these. Not only that, the probability of market manipulation actually affecting the card rises drastically because now market manipulation and people stupid enough to validate that price overlap to the point where now that fake price becomes a real price.
Yeah.
So now you have a bunch of people who see the sudden spike of this, let's say Seismitoad, which is $130 still, by the way.
Crazy.
And they're like, oh, I gotta get this Seismitoad card. And then they validate that price. Now it becomes a real price, becomes real demand. And take even for the Magikarp from Paldea Evolved, for example, as well. I mentioned this in my video. At first, that card was actually pumped, and then natural demand took over. They kept on validating that price. Real people decided, I really want that card, whether that be it, for investing purposes, whether that for be collecting purposes. And eventually, well, that card kept on growing in value. So you have these instances of market manipulation where they actually turn into real demand, which is a very scary thing. When it comes to this Kabuto card, the difference is that this is just an uncommon card. This is a card that was like 30 cents to $1. So a lot of people who, even if they really wanted this card, let's say there are a handful of Kabuto fans that really wanted Kabuto cards, they had plenty of chances of getting this card. Absolutely. So I don't think nobody is really, sad they won't be able to get a Kabuto card anymore. And even if they really wanted to, it's like $20 now. So like, okay, it's $20. Who cares? So those are some of the main reasons why I don't really have that big of a deal. And plus, it's just a meme, bro. It's just a meme. It's for gags. I feel like the intent behind this pump is far different. The intent behind the Magikarp, the intent behind the Seismitoad, they were malicious. It was organized by some sort of cabal or a group of people. I'm not too sure, but it was organized with the intent of creating a false value and then profiting after it. This intent seems to be for a gag and just for the fun of it, and just because this guy just genuinely likes Kabuto. So I think those are the main instances or main differences, that I think differentiates this from prior instances of market manipulation. That's why I'm not really too angry about it.
Yeah, no, I like that take also, that it's not like a malicious thing, because, bro, I have 100%, like, I've been sent screenshots. Like, people still think this is not real to this day. I've been sent screenshots of DMs in different Discords where you have a group of people like sending what they just bought on TCG Player. Like, hey, I just bought 80 copies of Seismitoad. Your turn. And like, they'll go through and like, they literally pump it with malicious intent.
Yeah. I can't believe it's still contested too. And I kid you not, at least right now, people are a little bit more open to the idea. But back then, I kid you not, they will look at you like some sort of conspiracy theorist. Like you just said like the earth is flat or something. Like, oh, you're a flat earther. Market manipulation. Yeah. Go back to the nursing home, Gramps. It's like, look at TCG Player. Look at the sold listings. How does a card that's worth $10 suddenly sell for $100? How does that make any sense?
Okay, so the next question I have here is, for the next 20 minutes, tell me what happened to JFK.
Yeah, cut that on.
No, what do you have? Do you have any like crazy hot takes right now in the hobby?
Crazy hot takes, eh? I guess this is a hot take, but this is a take that I've already stated many, many times before. But there is a big difference between a investor and a scalper, flipper, and etc. And many people like to lump them together. But I really do think if you use a word irresponsibly, such as scalper, you're going to end up doing a lot more harm to the cause than
Yes.
good. If you call an investor a scalper, the word scalper loses its meaning. The same with practically any other socially constructed term out there. If you use it irresponsibly, bad things are going to start to happen. And I think it's unfortunately that's just how things are. To some extent, I could understand why a lot of people are using it irresponsibly because they're just fed up. They're fed up. They're emotionally driven. They can't buy any Pokemon cards, so they just resort to finger pointing, name calling, and etc. However, despite that, I still urge a lot of people to do your own research of the definition of what a scalper is. Do research of what a investor is. Think to yourself, what do I actually think is causing the problems in the Pokemon community? What do I think is causing shortages in the Pokemon community? Do I think it's just this one small group of people? No. Do I think it's some other reason? Do I think it's actually Pokemon's fault? You really just got to think about it. Do not box yourself in this one-sided, easy way out, this one-sided point of view. Because I think if you do that, you're just not going to develop your opinions, and ultimately it's just a flawed logic to have. So that's just one of my hot takes. I've been preaching about it for many, many years. I think there's a big difference between a investor and a scalper. Number one, it's the time in which the person actually sells the product, which is oftentimes the most important. A scalper prioritizes and capitalizes off of FOMO. And as you know, the moment you try to capitalize off of FOMO, that's not really too good of a thing.
Yeah.
FOMO and scalping work in tandem. And FOMO is one of the main reasons why scalping is a thing in the first place. It's because you have people who they just get completely enthralled with hype and this fear of missing out, and they often validate these stupid prices. So that's just usually how things go. And I don't know. I guess that's just one of my hot takes. There's a lot of people that disagree with me on that, but no, that's just my opinion.
I do think that is low-key a hot take right now, because I would say, at least with all the new people in the hobby as well, it's like the first thing whenever they see a video of anything they don't like, it's just automatically scalper. Like even Trend Twins, for example, and I'm not blaming them because they just don't really understand the hobby and stuff right now, but they talk about like investors and stuff sometimes in their videos, and they'll be like, yeah, those scalpers. It's like that's just the go-to word now for everybody. But yeah, I don't think everybody's like bad intentions or like everybody's scalping.
Yeah, and another thing that I suggest people thinking about, this is a thought experiment, and it's this. So if you're insinuating that if investors are the main problem for the current predicament that we're in, why were they not the problem before the 2025 boom? Because many of the scalpers in this hobby, they're already here for a long time. They're already here buying up product that nobody else wanted to. So why were they not to blame then, but they are to blame now? That means there's another variable in this whole situation. And that is simply hype. That's as simple as it is. People hype up a thing. It gets, really expensive. Then you have people who they don't mind paying a price no matter how high it is. And then you have people that want to capitalize off of that, hence scalpers. And boom, the situation gets worse, worse, worse with time. Now, investors, they're not going to do that. They might, buy up a few stuff, but I can guarantee you that a lot of investors in the last few years, they probably bought the least amount of Pokemon cards because there's so much you could buy, right? There's not a lot on the market. Maybe you could snipe a few MSRP products from Target or something. But honestly, the investors haven't been really doing that much different than what they've been doing for like a decade plus. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of new investors coming into the space that just found out about Pokemon and view it as a investment vehicle. And to be fair, they are also contributing in the supply and demand issue that a lot of people are having. So obviously, yeah, to some extent, you could say that investors are contributing to the lower supply of product. But at the same time, you could just say that to all the collectors as well. These FOMO-driven collectors are also to blame then by extension. Just you trying to buy a box is also you are also to blame, right? Doesn't even matter what your intentions are, because the moment you buy the box from, let's say, Target, that is no different than if a investor bought that box off of Target.
Yeah.
At the very moment, you guys are both buying that same product and you are taking away one box from the supply chain. So fundamentally, you are doing the same amount of damage as that investor. The only difference is that investor's intentions is to sell it 5-10 years down the line. So once you kind of think about that, you'll find out that it's a lot more nuanced than this. Just, scalpers are to blame for, all investors are to blame for everything. I actually think that even scalpers are not to blame for everything either. Scalpers certainly make the problem really, really bad, but more so, it's the people that are dumb enough to validate those scalper prices as well. People that are so viscerally just enthralled and hype driven.
Yeah.
They are also severely to blame. Don't get me wrong. I think scalpers are probably a little bit more to blame. Maybe.
Yeah. I think so.
Absolutely. But the people, it takes two to tango in a way, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not going to have a scalper without a person that is not willing to validate that price. So that's just my opinion.
What's your thoughts on Bonnie Blue getting arrested? No, I agree, dude. I like 100%. I think you're spitting straight facts over here. It's just so easy nowadays for, even I find myself doing it sometimes where like I'll see a video of somebody getting 3 boxes at Target and I haven't seen boxes in months and months. So like the first thing I want to do is get angry, get jealous.
Yeah.
But then no, it's not that serious. I think there's still a lot of people in the hobby that want to rip. It's just like the videos we see all the time are the people that are scalping or reselling right outside the store. Or yeah, there's people like that, but no, I like your point. What is your thoughts on Mega Dream? You excited or?
I am excited. Actually, in fact, I'm pretty sure PokeRev is currently doing a live stream of Mega Dream is the Japanese version, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw he was live.
So yeah, he was he's doing a live rip and ship of that. So that's pretty cool. A lot of cool cards. I'll be honest. I think Mega Dream is probably going to be one of the best sets in this current era so far. So honestly, I'm really excited to it. I haven't really looked at the set list that extensively. I'm kind of like saving it until I actually open the set. I used to be really on top of it. I used to know exactly, which card is from which set. But at a certain point, I just stopped doing that for some reason. And
because they're freaking pumping it out left and right,
yeah,
dude. It's
so
hard
true
to keep up, bro.
Yeah. Now when I see like an illustration where I'm like, oh, what set is that from again?
Bro, after White Flare and Black Bolt, I feel like I have lost all recollection of which illustration rares are from what set.
So true, bro. There's just so many. It's practically impossible to keep track of it. The sets are so huge, dude. They're so massive. Somebody say massive. You know what else is massive?
Okay. So most of your content revolves around, I'll say, reaction / commentary. I don't know if you want to throw the word drama in there.
Yeah,
Has there ever been a time where a creator has like genuinely gotten mad at you? Or is that like a...
I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's a good answer.
I'm just kidding.
That's kind of valid.
No, I'm joking.
When I wrote that down, I completely forgot about that, bro.
Oh god, that's so funny. Oh man,
has that happened? Or if like aside from that, or if not, do you ever have a fear of that before you go to like post something?
I genuinely got mad at me. I think. I mean, to be fair, I could understand why he got mad at me, but I think it was the robo skill situation.
Oh yeah,
but to be honest, I did feel bad. I mean, I enlisted all the videos I made of him simply because at the end of the day, it was all allegations, and also the person that was spewing those allegations was doing a lot of questionable stuff behind the scenes, so it kind of delegitimized his position, and it made it seem that the chances of these allegations actually being true are a lot less now. So I was like, you know what? And plus, I mean, RoboSkills was saying, I'm not going to, dig too deep in what he was talking to me about. But from a fundamental level, I was like, you know what? I feel like I should probably just unlist these videos. I'm going to save him the trouble. He's probably experienced a lot of mental health problems from all these, allegations. If it happened to me and if they were not true, shit, dude. And if those videos were posted online, dude, that would be devastating. So I decided that, I'm just probably not going to deal with it. And from that point on, it seems, RoboSkills is a decent lad. He hasn't been doing anything that crazy. So I'm glad. I'm glad with I'm kind of thankful that I decided to do that. After that, I'm not other person is really coming to mind. Maybe Pokemon Overflow, but I still hate that guy. So maybe Pokemon Overflow, but he hasn't posted in a long ass time. But he mainly just like completely just blocked me. He just like removed all my comments. He didn't really talk to me at all. But I'm guessing he's pretty pissed off about me. But aside from that, I'm not really too afraid whenever I'm talking about someone.
Nice.
Mainly because I think I've grew a little bit more moderate in the way I cover stuff, especially when it comes to people. Maybe when I'm talking about big corporations, I get a little bit more relaxed. I could just say, motherfucker, you a bitch ass company, man. yeah, stupid ass GameStop, 240% cooked ass GameStop, man. So like for me, it doesn't really matter. But when it comes to individuals, no matter what they do, I still really want to retain a level of integrity, of magnanimity. So I try not to do too much. Even if, take for example, like Nostalgianomics, right? I mean, practically all the videos that I made of him, I could have gone 10 times harder if I really wanted to, like 10 times harder. But I decided not to, because ultimately, what is that really gonna do, right?
Yeah.
I could say my thoughts in a respectful manner, or I could say my thoughts in a really aggressive manner. And I think if I really wanted to change another person's view, I could the best way to change that other person's opinion and mind is by doing it in a good, respectful manner.
Yeah, not calling people ugly. So
true. Facts. So I don't know. I think that's kind of what I've been trying to do for a long time. And I think I'm pretty happy with the way I've handled covering people since then. So
Definitely.
yeah.
I think you always have one of the most mature, level-headed takes, and that is a very hard thing to do, which I didn't do the best this month.
Well, to be fair, listen, I've made mistakes in the past. Like I did a video. If you guys don't know this, I did a video. Was it 2 videos? No, I did 1 video. I did 1 video on Shiny Bird, bro. I called him a child scammer, bro. I was low-key wild, dude. I was wilding back then, dog.
But also, I didn't think it was like, obviously at the time I was mad or whatever, but nobody knew me at all in the community. So I think that also makes it easier to just like throw dirt or whatever. So you said you unlisted those videos. What is your take on, because I see a very split take on this with creators in the community. Like when I recently deleted that video, half of the people were like, good job, and half of the people were like, never do that again.
Or never apologize, or
like just never take it down. Like if you put it out, stand on it. But like my thing is like people change. Like the next day I woke up with a different take on it, and I'm still happy about the decision to.
All those people who say that are emotionally driven, emotionally unintelligent people. That's the best way I could put it. I guarantee you, if it happened to them on a personal level, they would have a completely different reaction to it. But because they are detached from the situation, because it's now involved, it's just another person on the opposite side of the screen, they don't care as much. So if they're gonna try to like act all tough and shit, man, like I would never do that. Stop being a pussy ass bitch or something like that. But in practice, the moment it actually happens to them personally, they're gonna fold immediately. I think,
bro. Sorry,
like, no. Just for a sec. I think the best way to change a person's mind is simply by doing it in the most respectful manner as possible. And I've seen this happen many, many times, where even if you have a good reason for getting angry, it's not worth it, man. It's really not worth it. I mean, I struggle with that a lot in my life. I would get mad at things that I shouldn't have gotten mad over. I still do it to this day. And I realized that, man, I could have approached it in such a different way, and I could have actually changed the other person's mind. I could have made them see the way I view the situation. And instead, I decided to give into my emotions. I decided to give into my anger. And that ruined the whole entire thing. So that's
felt that.
Oh God.
Bro, that's the way I look at it though, with this whole like deleting video thing. People only talk about that on social media because social media is so detached from real life. That's why we have people that drop hate comments and aren't scared and stuff. Whereas in real life, these people wouldn't do it. So that's how I've started. I guess that was my big takeaway with this last crash out I had, which I do view as a mistake, posting that in the first place. But it's like, what if that happened in real life? You get mad, you get hot-headed, you say some stupid shit to somebody you know in real life. What do you do after? Do you never take it back, or do you say sorry? So that's basically the way I look at it. But
no, honestly, you that decision that you made was very, very mature. I think that was probably one of the best decisions you could make in that position. And realistically, all the people that are shit talking you for it, I guarantee you 99% of the people, if it happened to them, they would do the same exact thing. They would fold immediately. And I think one of the best lessons I recommend people to go by is that don't forgive others because they deserve your forgiveness, but forgive others because you deserve peace. That's one of the quotes that I live by.
Gandhi.
And that was not Gandhi, bro. That was Donald Trump. But yeah, I mean that's just something that I think more people should do. And you don't even have to forgive people, but just act in a way to where when you look back on your actions, you feel satisfied. You don't feel any guilt. You don't feel any remorse. You don't feel any regret. I think that's
Exactly, bro.
the best. And
Yeah,
if
'cause
you don't feel any of those, then that means you did a good job.
Yeah, I felt all of those, so I don't.
Well, listen, but after you made that follow-up video, now you notice
Yeah.
that you don't really feel those things anymore. And
Yeah, exactly.
and that is indicative of a good decision.
Yeah, nice. Thank you, bro. Rock always spitting facts, bro. Rock is always spitting game.
What to say?
I love the fact of doing these pods because there's always like 2 cuts in everybody's episode, and then you'll see in the comments like, what did they say right there?
Bro, if only they knew.
We were just talking about something boring.
Yeah, it's nonsensical. You guys want to get it.
All right, I got some rapid fire questions for you, bro.
Bet.
So, all right, bang them out. Charizard or Umbreon?
Umbreon.
Okay. Binder or graded?
Binder or graded? Because I have a binder company, I'd say binder.
Okay, nice.
Totally not biased, by the way.
Rip or sealed?
In terms of enjoyability, rip. In terms of probably the wisest choice, probably sealed.
Okay. Vintage or modern?
Modern, 100%.
Nice, dude. Nice.
It's not a competition. Like all those glazers who say, "Oh, but base set, it's so cool, the nostalgia, bro." The art is ass, bro. I'm sorry, art is so ass.
I'm modern for sure too.
But granted, there are some like vintage cards that are really good, like some cards in Expedition, some cards in Aquapolis, Skyridge. Those are some good ass shit. Okay, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm modern all day, end of the day, like overall. But the Shining Gyarados card is
it's gas. That's gas.
That's like a top 5 all time.
Yeah.
PSA or BGS?
I'm gonna have to go with BGS. I love their slabs. I'll be honest, I freaking love that slabs. Probably obviously for I just see you grinning right there, bro. You're grinning like the Grinch, dog.
Tits or ass? I swear to God, I don't have that written down. That's just why I started grinning so much, because it just came to my head. Wait, did you go? Did you say BGS?
Yeah, BGS.
Really? Over PSA?
In terms of like, because I really like the way their slabs look. In terms of value, probably PSA. If I had it's a tough decision. It's like, do you value the way your slabs look, or do you value how expensive they are? And I feel like I value a little bit more just having the slabs just look really good. Plus, I mean, it's not like they're valued less too. Like a BGS 10 comparatively to compared to I don't want to say comparatively, compared to a PSA 10, it's actually a little bit more. There's actually a bit of a more premium on BGS 10s, but it's obviously harder to get. That's the only drawback. It's a lot easier to get 10s and PSA. They're a lot more liquid. You could sell them very easily. So it's almost like it depends on what you want. It's if you want value, go PSA. If you want, just having your cards look really good, BGS, in my personal opinion.
Nice. All right, last spicy one. If you had to box any creator for charity, who would it be?
Ooh,
and this could be for any reason. It could be for like somebody you think would be a good matchup. It could be somebody is going to be like a friendly competition. could be somebody you just want to fucking destroy.
Man, I don't know.
That probably would be a good matchup, to be honest.
What?
But wait, how tall are you, Rock?
5'11" and a half. Oh, sorry.
Are you really?
5'10" and a half.
Well, fuck that. No, I'll pass. Thank you.
You're getting a little cooked, buddy.
Pick somebody else. Damn it.
I don't know, man. It's hard to do that because, like, even if I hate them personally, even if I love them, it's hard either way. I just don't like, fighting people unless I'm like in a life.
Oh, it's for charity. So, all right, clip it. Rock hates charity.
God damn it. Lose situation here. Oh, man. Oh, frick. Okay.
Says Kira immediately. Shoot.
Oh, frick. I'll be diabolical, bro. God damn. Feel like that'll be a nice matchup, bro. I think she's definitely I think she'll definitely give me a tough time, bro. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Okay, J Love. Boom. I was kidding.
That would probably be pretty good.
No, dude, he's like freaking big as hell, dude. Though he's like
oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yes, he's 6'1". He's pretty ripped too. Like he would absolutely demolish me.
Yeah, I know he gyms a lot, but you gym a lot, so.
I mean, kind of, but like he got that mass, he got that experience. I don't know, man. Okay, how about you? What about you? You tell it first.
Mine's easy.
Who
Mystic? I really would. Yeah, I want to do Mystic.
Oh, I knew it. I freaking knew it.
But I think a good matchup, and Mystic is somebody that obviously there's a little bit of a pass there, but a good matchup, friendly wise, if he's watching. People have always asked us for a while, and I think it would be a good matchup for height, for builds, everything. Oh, bud.
Oh, what nice. Oh, dude, that would be pretty dope. Hell yeah.
I feel like we're like same height, same stature.
Yeah. Honestly, that would be a pretty good balance fight. I would pay.
Plus, it's like he's got that military though, so
true. Honestly, he kind of cooked. Honestly, he
got that military on him.
He's got that training, bro. Like I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, even I would feel scared if I stepped in the ring with him, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
Sure.
All he would need to do is just like say what's up, Virgin. I'll just like probably like laugh on the floor or some shit, dude. Oh man, I just for the memes, I'd say Leonhardt.
Dude, that would be a W. That's
just for the memes.
You got height on him.
I do got height. I think honestly, we're probably the same weight. But he's really, really jacked. I think
he is.
Maybe
jacked,
he's like,
dude.
maybe he's 180 though. Maybe he has like 10, 15 pounds on me. But
he really
honestly,
does, no slurp. He's got a sleeper build. Like I don't think many people realize he's pretty freaking.
Dude, he's yoked. I gotta say, honestly, and do you know, like he was actually really chubby as a kid, and he's just been like working out ever since. Bro, I'm telling you, those chubby kids. I was a fat ass kid, bro. So those chubby kids at the beginning, they got the most potential, bro. They got the most potential. I ain't going cap. Big League got it in him. I'd smash. I mean, no, I mean, I'd fight.
Me too. Yeah, it's interesting, bro, about the stupid height thing, because I'm about to start doing the boxing training.
Yeah.
And I'm like really trying to take it serious where I start setting up matches and shit. So I was asking ChatGPT the other night, like, hey, at my weight, what is the average boxer's height? And like right now, like people are telling me, dude, you're getting too skinny. But if you really want to box, like I have to drop more weight to get to my height advantage, or not even advantage, just normal. So I need to get down to like 150 for people my height that box, which is crazy because that's like that's bone skinny.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can have some muscle, but that's like crazy lean.
Yeah. If they have a lot of muscle on them. Maybe they're just like 150, same height, but they don't really have a lot of muscle. So maybe they're kind of like skinny fat in a way.
Yeah.
So
Isn't
I
that
kind of it kind of
surprising though? It because right now I'm like 162, and it said the average height for boxing at this range would be like 5'8" or 5'9", I think it was.
I feel that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Yeah, that sounds about right. Honestly, for your height, you have a lot of muscle, bro. You have a shit ton of muscle. Honestly, you should do a body fat index. By the way, don't even go to the gyms. All you got to do is actually download an app where it basically just scans your body. Turns out those are a little bit more accurate than the ones you actually go to the gym and you put, your fingers and all that shit. So honestly,
Rock is definitely the CEO of this app and gets all the body scans sent directly.
No, for the second scan, would you mind scanning your feet?
Unbelievable. All right, Rock. What is your plans for like future YouTube card prison? Like, what are your goals right now, bro? What are you trying to do?
Going back to Korea.
Really?
No. Actually, I am studying Korean. I've actually I have
bro's in love,
bro. Like, on God, I have like a bunch of like freaking like notes of like the
holy
hunger.
dude, that's
So
super cool.
I've actually practically know the whole entire alphabet right now. So I know how like the syllable structures are and everything. So now I just have to figure out what do they mean. So I figured out how to like pronounce it and like read it. Now I just need to memorize, what words are what letters, go into the words and so on and so forth. But honestly,
Spanish so I can upgrade.
Spanish is a great language to learn. Like my brother is trying to learn Spanish.
Yeah, my girlfriend's Spanish, but I want to upgrade. Totally.
Double it, give it to the next person.
No, she is actually teaching me a little bit though, but
oh nice. Aren't you like Mexican too? So like
yeah, I should know it
shouldn't you know this shit?
Yeah, I should know it already. I blame my mother.
Like it honestly, if because my mother taught me Lithuanian, which is her native language.
Holy dude.
So honestly,
That's
if
cool.
I ever have a kid, I'm not like the best at speaking Lithuanian, but whenever I have a kid, dude, I'm definitely gonna try to make them learn like a secondary language for sure. It's just so helpful.
Yeah.
Or like I just like hook them up to what's it called, that Coco Melon. I just force them to watch Spanish Coco Melon until like they physically just cannot watch anymore. Their like eyes turn red. That's probably what I'll do.
They'd probably learn quick. Like I know now that like I'm seeing her side of the whole Spanish stuff, what a lot of their families do is they only speak Spanish in the house, but sending them to English school and 6, 7, just kind of
honestly, that's a pretty good parenting method. Is just like that's what my mom did. She never spoke to me in English at all. Never
that's
does.
Crazy.
Always in the native
that's crazy,
language.
dude.
Yeah,
that's really cool. All right, so what Korea? What else? What you got planned?
I think it's just to expand my card prison business. I really would like it to kind of be my full-time thing. That's kind of like my goal is. But from a kind of a personal and fulfillment type of standpoint, I would really want to be successful at writing.
Heck yeah.
I'm still really, really passionate about. I haven't written in like probably a few weeks, if not like a month, but I'm still really passionate about that. So maybe, just getting really successful off of writing, that would be pretty cool. Maybe get one of my stories adapted into some sort of like manga, manhwa, or anime. That would be really cool. And I think, and just helping my family out, finding true love type shit, 6, 7 type shit. type shit, but yeah, that's pretty much about it. But what about you?
That's sick, bro. Boxing, number one.
Nice.
That's really just like I just want to really get after it. Because in the future, one day I want to build a channel behind boxing. But now with that other channel, that's become like the next big goal as well.
That's so dope, bro. I'm so excited for that boxing channel. And dude, what do you think about your secondary channel too? Do you think that's gonna like? Do you see yourself continuing down that secondary channel for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, like this. I genuinely think just like the numbers it's doing off the first week, it's blowing this channel out of the water. Not that I don't enjoy Shiny Vert, like I do. This will always be like my baby, my passion. But like seeing how fast that one is after I've been grinding at this one for like 4 years. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep up with that one.
Dude, I when I saw that, I was like, there's no freaking way.
That's crazy.
It was 67,000 views too. It was the funniest shit. Yesterday I checked the video. I was like, oh my God.
And you know, like, because I had quit that channel for like probably a year. But within one of the first 10 other videos, when I first made that channel, I had a video go crazy like that. So it's definitely, it just seems more possible in that channel. And I really enjoy it. Like that's the content I take in myself every day. Like, I love Pokemon, but I don't watch too much Pokemon content. Like I like that kind of stuff. So it's fun.
Yeah, honestly, I think you could become really, really successful with that. And it just goes to show you, like, you thought the channel, or at least like it looked from like from a exterior standpoint, it looked almost like the channel just like died, right?
Yeah.
But it just goes to show you, as long as you have good content, there's always a chance to revive
that surprised
the channel.
me. I thought it would be like another grind for like 2 years, and I literally started up just with the fact that I was like, it's fun, it's something else to grind at, but yeah, like Rock is saying, like, if it's a banger video, like Metry's another good example of that, dude. Because like Metry went from all these videos that were getting like, I don't know exactly, maybe 200 to 2,000 views. Yeah. And then he started doing that storytelling content, and you saw it on both his long form and shorts would go crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out Metry.
Yeah. Shout out Metry, dude. It's so cool. Never give up hope. Never give up hope. Stay consistent.
I have an idea because everything's been done in Pokemon, right? And I have to tell you this after we get off. They can't know this one.
Bro, we got some secret freaking agendas here. Okay.
Well, they'll see it eventually one day. But I have an idea for a video in the Pokemon world that I seriously think will do like 100,000 views easy.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea. I'm down, bro. I'm down. Come on, quickly. Let's wrap up this podcast. I want to know about it, bro. Come on.
Okay, last thing. What is one thing you think is misconstrued about you? Misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
That you want more people to know, that you think maybe they don't know this.
I'm gay. I'm just kidding. I had to put it in there.
I fully accept you.
Oh no!
Just kidding.
I have a crush on you. I'm just kidding. Misconstrued and misunderstood about me.
Do I need to cut that part?
No, you don't have to cut it. I'd say maybe that I am a drama hungry channel. I would say I don't fault people for actually coming to that conclusion, but I feel like if they just watch my content a little bit, maybe they could see that I genuinely try to be fair to people. And on the other side of the spectrum, I think people also say that I'm too fence city when it comes to situations, to which I could also understand. But I think honestly, fence sitting is the best way to do it, because the truth often lies in the middle. So I said those two things.
I like that. Let me ask you one question with the fence thing, because I feel like I deal with this a lot as well. And so then I started thinking, I was like, and it's better what you're doing, to be fair, to be like, speak your actual truth. But I think there's a lot of people in this hobby that might take a one side stronger because I feel like that performs better. And I even saw like Pokey and he talked about it. He did like an experimental video on Instagram and he was like yelling in the first 30 seconds like he's super pissed off about some situation. And then once you get into it, he's like, by the way, I only did that because it captures your attention more if I act like I'm super mad at something. Do you ever think about that? Like, do you think fence sitting, or I won't even call it that, just being like fair, do you think that hurts you ever or no?
I think to some extent, yeah, for sure. I don't doubt that. I mean, I think having these very overreactionary responsive to situations are a lot more entertaining. Absolutely. So if you have somebody that is not saying, bro, you piece of shit, dude, you're such a freaking loser, obviously that's going to grant a little bit more engagement than if somebody says, listen, here's the situation. Here are my fair thoughts. He made a mistake, but do I think he's a bad person? No, that's not really going to give the person watching the same level of emotional dopamine, I would say.
Yeah.
Because they gain a lot of dopamine by having somebody get mad. Right. Yeah. It's like really, it's like the drama. And to be honest, like I that's what I feel too when I watch videos as well. Like if I see a fair and unbiased, person covering something, it's a lot more boring. Absolutely. I'm doing it out of principle. I'm doing it from a moral standpoint. Yeah. I'm not doing it from what gets the most clicks. Although to some extent you could say I do, because I do technically drama commentary content. So maybe to some extent I do, but that is not my main focal point. And the fact that I do try to be fair, and the fact that often my fair standpoints comes to the detriment of a lot of engagement, I think that's just telling that I do really mean what I say. And I really do try to be fair.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that's freaking dope, bro. Well, Mr. Rock Sandy, as always, I freaking appreciate you. Love you for coming on. One of the most genuine people I've ever met, like in this space, in real life, everything. Rock, where can they find you at, brother?
You could find me on OnlyFans, Rock18.
Rock Sandy on everything. Instagram, YouTube. cardprison.com. I'll have your links put in the description, and I'll write something at the beginning of this, but
I appreciate it. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Rock Sandy, also Instagram under the same name. I'm not really too active on Twitter, really, but I'm also on there. I also have a Discord, and it's linked in pretty much all my videos on YouTube. So if you do want to check it out, make sure you guys join there too.
I'll have it linked as well.
Appreciate it.
All right, VERTMAS. Oh wait, last thing. Don't kill me.
Oh yeah.
You got any plans for Christmas?
Do I got any plans? I think my plans are basically just to hang out with my family a little bit. However, after Christmas, I am thinking about going to New York City with my bro and a few of my other family. So that'll be pretty dope. But
I should be there for New Year's, bro.
Oh, sick! No way.
That's what.
Wait, in Florida or in NYC? New York, hell yeah. That'd be pretty dope.
That's what we're trying to do right now. But all right. Sorry, I keep asking more.
No, you're good.
Thanks for watching, y'all. Rock Sandy, the GOAT. And I'll see you in the next one.
See you later, guys. Peace.
I didn't have you under my tree this Christmas, but I had